What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you're choosing to suffer? I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Time goes by so fast. One day you look back and wonder, how did I end up here? There was a time in my life when I felt stuck, like nothing was moving, nothing was going in my way. I thought the world was unfair, like life was harder for me than for others. But what if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you could break free of that? I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. So in this video, I'm sharing 7 hard truths that changed my life for good. And I've broken them down into 5 areas of life that you can easily relate to: personal, health, career, relationships, and professional growth. No one tells you these things, but once you hear them, you will never see life the same way again. I remember when I wanted to switch my career from IT to finance, I kept hoping someone would come and guide me. Maybe my friends in the industry would help. Maybe my boss would see my potential, but no one did. Not because they didn't care, it was because they were all busy with their own lives. That's when I realized if you don't take charge of your life, no one else will. The day I stopped waiting and started actioning, like reaching out to mentors, learning on my own, pushing out of the comfort zone, that day my life changed. If you are feeling stuck, ask yourself this question: are you waiting for someone else to fix your life? Because if you are, you are choosing to suffer. I used to think health was something I can always fix later. Working late nights on my projects, skipping meals, endless stress. I told myself I'll take care of my body when I have time. Until one day my body fought back. I was constantly exhausted. My energy was gone, my mood was unpredictable, and no matter how much I dieted and exercised, I couldn't control my weight. It was going up and I couldn't control it. That's when I was diagnosed with hypothyroid issue. I couldn't believe it. How did I end up with this? How did my body get to this point? I always eat healthy, I regularly exercised, but it was the stress. It was a wake-up call for me. I suffered through it, but I also learned the hard way. Your body actually remembers every late night, every skipped meal, every single stress you're going through, and one day it'll make you pay for it. I had to make changes. I started prioritizing sleep, eating better, and mainly managing my work stress. And slowly, I felt my body healing. I'm still on the journey, but if there is one thing I know now, it is this: take care of your body before it forces you. Don't do the mistake what I did. While growing up, we were always told if you work hard, you'll be successful. So I worked hard. I gave everything to my job thinking it was enough. But I watched as others who weren't necessarily smarter or working harder go ahead of me while I stayed back. That's when I realized hard work isn't enough. Smart work matters more. It's not just about putting the hours. It's about learning the right skills, making the right connections, and taking the calculated risks. If you're working hard but still stuck, it's time to rethink your approach. I know life isn't fair. It's one of those things of life. We need to deal with it. Not everyone will understand your journey, but you know what? That's okay. When I left my comfortable and well-paid job in IT to pursue a job in finance, so many people questioned me. Why would you take such a risk? You're crazy. You're making a big mistake. What if you fail? It was exhausting trying to explain myself to them. But here is what I learned. You don't need approval. Their doubts don't define your future. If you're waiting for the world to understand you, you will suffer. Walk your path even if you walk it alone. Because one day, the same people who doubted you will ask, hey, how did you do it? Not everyone you love will stay. This one hurt the most. There was a time when I believed that if I loved someone deeply, they would always be there for me. But life doesn't work that way. I had a close friend, someone I truly considered family. We shared everything, supported each other through ups and downs in life. I thought the friendship would last forever. But over time, things changed. Calls became less frequent. Emails were unanswered. And one day I realized I was the only one trying to hold on. It was so painful to accept it. But I had to learn the truth. The hard truth. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. At first I blamed myself. Did I do something wrong? Was I not enough? But then I understood sometimes people outgrow each other. And that's okay. Letting go isn't losing. It's making space for the right people in your life. If you're holding on to someone who has already let go, ask yourself, are they really meant to be in your life anymore? Because the people who really belong in your life, they won't make you chase them. How many times have you told yourself, I will start when I'm ready? I've been there too, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting to feel confident, waiting for the right sign. But here is the truth no one told you. You will never feel 100% ready. And if you keep waiting, you'll be waiting forever. And that's why you must start now. Every big step in my life, changing careers, putting myself out there in YouTube videos, chasing my dreams, I was scared. Everything scared me. I wasn't fully prepared. But if I had waited, I would still be stuck in the same place. So whatever it is you're holding back on, hear me out. Start before you're ready. Because the only way to truly be ready is to begin. Happiness is a choice, and so is misery. I used to believe that happiness was something I need to earn, that it came after completing my degree, getting a good job, after financial stability, after achieving big things. But then I met these two people who changed my perspective forever. One was a relative of mine who had everything. Money, a wonderful house, a successful business, but he was always miserable, always complaining, always finding reasons to be unhappy. And then I met this incredible woman who is this vegetable vendor. She sells fruits and vegetables on the street near my mom's house in India. She had nothing, just a small stall near the roadside. But every time I saw her, she was laughing, cracking jokes, enjoying her life. Then I thought, oh my God, she is the most successful and richest person in the world. That's when I understood happiness has nothing to do with how much you have. It's a choice. You can have everything and still be miserable, or have nothing and be at peace. If you focus on what's missing, you will always suffer. But if you focus on what you have, you will always find joy. She taught me that. And I know deep down, some of these hit home for you too. So tell me, are you choosing to suffer, or are you ready to change? If this video helped you to see things differently, please let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who needs to hear this today, share it with them. Remember, your life is in your hands, and it's never too late to start living it the way you truly deserve.